I don't give a fuck anymore.
Welcome to the Loomis Show. On a little special live here on Thursday night. I just got back from Jersey yesterday. I was on the Suffering podcast with Kevin Donaldsons. Want to throw Kevin a shout out. We had a blast yesterday. The episode will be coming out in May. Stay tuned for the exact dates on that. I got into, I got to tell my story of addiction and let me get this chair out of that out of the way of that green. There we go. Got to tell my my story of upbringing, where I'm from, the town that I'm from, how I grew up. Talk about my addiction, how I got through a bunch of been in a lot of rehabs, very lot of rehabs. In 2021, I was in 7 of them alone during the lockdown, which was terrible. But we talked about that. And then we also started talking about our project that we're working on. It is what it is, the true story of the Bufalino family, which I brought some goods there and had them set up. I had Russ's plaque set up. I had Angelo's picture set up, Bufalino for the show. And I hope I did the Joe Bufalino, Donna, Christina justice. According to Kevin, he said it went great. I'm always my worst critic, but just what a gentleman, and just fantastic time that we had there. And it was good being on the other side, actually, where I don't have to do a show and then have to worry about editing it and getting it out on time and stuff like that. So we had a real good talk. I mean, some dark stuff. I didn't hold back on anything about my addiction. So, because I think, if you do that, then what's the point? Let it all out there. It's the only way it's going to help others. But if you're new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's see what we got in the comments right now so far. I just put this up about an hour ago, so it wasn't out for all. Frank, I hope you are doing well, my friend. I always get your emails, my man. You're always in my prayers. I hope, you're feeling better. And yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. I did a live the other day, but now I'm going to be doing more consistent lives, and I'm going to be talking about the path, like, where the show is going to be going, structured with playlist and everything like that. But great to see you, my friend, and I hope you're feeling well, Frank. Here's my man, Dominic. How you doing, buddy? Great to see you. Dominic Calandra out there in Ohio. How you doing, my friend? Always a pleasure. Gentlemen, OG Rube in the house holding it down. I appreciate you, Ruby. Thank you so much. I know it was short notice. Sloth, one of my favorites. Not the other Bernstein, but Sloth Bernstein. I'll take him over the other one any day. What's up, Sloth? Great to see you, my friend. Glad that you're here. Great to see you. Rickster, 570. You already know it. Rick's from my neighborhood, 570 area code. What's going on, Rick? I hope all has been well, my friend. Ro is in the house. Ro, thank you so much. I know it was short notice, and I appreciate you very much, you and OG Ruby, for what you do. You are amazing. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. The Suffering Podcast, there it is. Give it a subscribe. That's what I was on yesterday, Mr. Kevin Donaldsons. Kevin, thank you very much. I hope I did. I'm my worst critic. You told me the show went great. I hope so. I can't wait to see it. Like I said, it'll be out in May. And Suffering Podcast, Kevin's been on the show. If you guys haven't seen the episode, it's post-traumatic success with Kevin Donaldson. Kevin went through a very rough patch, dug himself out of it, and now he's got the Suffering podcast, which I mean, all positivity, obviously, when you're talking about suffering and stuff like that, it brings up dark aspects, but how to get out of how to get out of the dark and get into the light. And the guest he has on and everything, and just the way I was treated yesterday and everything like that. I mean, it was unbelievable, honestly. It was a great experience, and I'll never forget it for the rest of my life. And Kevin was very gracious. And Kevin, I really appreciate that your post though that you put up though today too. Joe Bufalino told me though to give you one of these here. I'll just play it though right now, but I want to put a background because it's a vertical video. So hopefully you guys are on a phone. But let me put a little background up though before though I play it though. And I'm glad that you like it, buddy. And I know you showed me like your collection thing and stuff. I know that you'll cherish it. I know it's in good hands. And it really meant a lot to us though we saw this today. So thanks, Kevin.
Hey guys, I just got done
That wasn't it. Don't tell me I didn't put it. Oh my God, I didn't put it up. I'm so sorry. I thought I put it up, the clip from the Instagram that you did. My apologies, but Kevin was very gracious. I gave him one of the Italian Civil Rights League pins. And I just loved what you said, though, about it and all of that. And I could have swore that I put that up, but I put this.
Hey, guys, I just got done wrapping up with the Suffering podcast.
What's up, everybody?
Kevin Donaldson, the Suffering podcast. I know you guys seen him on the Instagram. Get over there, subscribe. We just got done. We're in the studio now, as you can see. How do you think it went, Kev?
Dude, it went fantastic. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one. Got a lot of good information, got a lot of healing out of it, and we also learned why Eric is so special. Okay, you're going to see that in the upcoming episode that we just recorded together.
We can't thank you enough, my man. Kevin Donaldson, the Suffering podcast. Love you, my man.
Love you, buddy.
That's the one I put up, Kevin. I was trying to put up though the message though that you put out though earlier today. My apologies for not getting that uploaded on the StreamYard though, but just a fantastic night. And I mean, I was buzzing from it for a while, my man. I pulled up in front of my house, I'd say about 12:30 at night. I didn't even get out of the car till 4 a.m. I was buzzing from it. So thank you very much. My man, Frankie, great work, by the way, Frankie. If you guys see the Bufalino family page, Frankie, you're killing it. Everything you're doing. Frankie's a producer on our project with the paperwork. And I know, man, the 737 pages, one though that you're going over now and all of that stuff. Guys, this project that's going to be coming out. You might see some stuff on Russell Bufalino and all that stuff that's out there, but I'm telling you, if you want the truth and you really want to know the truth from the actual family side and the whole nine, then this is the place right here. But like I said, our project's not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Amazon. But I still have my interviews with Joe Bufalino where he can't say too much because of the NDAs and the information that we'll be sharing on the podcast. Like, for example, yesterday in the Suffering podcast, I brought some letters from Frank Sheeran that, Kevin he was very respectful. He didn't even take him out of the envelope or nothing. He just took a look at it. He's like, oh, no shit. When Frank was in Sanso, Minnesota, and Russ was in Lebanon. And when Frank, I can't get into the detail of those letters right now. But, and then, the belt buckle and just had this though on display though here. when Russ was man of the year and stuff from our neighborhood. And a big shout out to the Bufalinos and Joe Bufalino. And thank you, Kevin. Why didn't I just wear this shirt for today? Rocked me out with the suffering. How about I didn't even open it up, buddy? This is how stupid I am. I didn't even see the back of it even yet. I don't even know what it even says. Not broken, but pretty dented. I love that, man. Is there somewhere, man, where people can get these shirts at, Kevin? If you're still there, you're more than welcome to put the link in the bio. The Suffering Podcast. That's like, and I slept till I was out, and then I had to wake up, help out the old man, and then went back and crashed for a while because when you don't do that, when I first started out in this YouTube world, I would drive all the way up to Boston, all the way Rhode Island, and back, like in just one day, quick trips all over New York City, every day. And from not doing that for a while and then doing it yesterday, went out to Jersey, came back. I was dead, man. I got to get back in practice on my travel. And usually, and it was like 2 hours away from where I'm at, though. It wasn't a bad ride at all, but I was beat, man. Maybe it was just because too of the anticipation of I wanted to, do the podcast right. Obviously, when I'm dealing with the Bufalino family, I want to give them justice as well. But there is something that I did. See, I came on here actually, I'll play it. This all started in 2017, and this is what the Loomis Show was supposed to be.
This is your way of giving back. Like you said, this is not your job. You work it like a full-time job, but this is not a business for you. What are some of the things you want to make sure everybody going away from your podcast hears?
I just want the basic message that I just want them to know that it's okay to ask for help. Like in the addiction world, people think it's embarrassing to go to rehab or go somewhere to go away. But what's really more embarrassing is being out there and still peddling and doing stuff that you need for your habit. Mm-hmm. So just know that it's okay to ask for help. I mean, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. I mean, if people know my background and they see that a turnaround that happened, I mean, anyone could do it.
There you are.
And that's just positivity is what I'm spreading.
Now, Eric, where can people go to get more information about the Loomis Show?
People could type in the Loomis Show on YouTube. That will direct you every time to when I do a podcast.
Eric, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
You heard it here. That's the Loomis Show. There's always help if you are looking for it. With that, we're going to send it over to Miss Brittany.
Thanks.
So that was when the Loomis Show first started, when, that's what I wanted to do. And unfortunately, I had to relapse during COVID and, got myself better, came back, started again with the Loomis Show, went to the Johnny Depp trial, was out there for a little while doing other stuff. And then, like I told you, I used to watch the mob genre and I'd hear stories one story about Russ that his fingers got blown up by the state police and all that. I'm just sitting there like what are the no. So I was sick of leaving comments, and that's why I went into the mob genre. But I'm going to be going back though into the addiction recovery, helping others, music history. I'm a musician and still mob stuff, but mob stuff though that that's more local all around here, and also not just all the mob killing type stuff. Also, especially with the Bufalinos, what you have to understand is the reason why there's plaques here is because when Russ was man of the year, I mean, they did so much good around here. Like Kevin said, it's like the duality of man. Somebody has one profession and then the other, but how he treated people, wasn't a bully, didn't extort anyone from around here whatsoever, took care of people around here, jobs, the whole nine. That's why everyone around here loves him, and did so much good. So, I mean, I can't even count the amount of jobs he got people, money donated to orphanages, the whole 9 yards. So that's with our project. That's what we really want to shed light on. But of course, you gotta be honest. He was a very powerful man. So in that underworld, so of course that is going to be touched on, and there's going to be things that people, that think that they know that they don't have a clue. I'm just being honest. They don't have a clue. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way or in any shape, way, or form, but they're just going by what they're reading in books or some of the paper, and some of the paperwork's even wrong when you read it. It's, because, it comes from informants, so you can't always trust paperwork, but some of the paperwork's right as well. And we found new paperwork yesterday on Joe's father, which was like kind of like ridiculous, just about like Russ's cousins driving him here, driving him there, and what do they call the FBI? Forever bothering Italians or something though, like that. They said it in the Gotti movie though, but like this piece of paperwork, it's just like laughable though. About him giving a family member a ride and stuff like that. But you want to know the true story of Russell Bufalino, this is where you learn the true story of Russell Bufalino and Angelo Bufalino and that family, point blank. All the other stuff, someone left a good comment the other night. They're like, Loomis, this is a sign for you to go back like to your roots and all that stuff. And I agree. And that's what I'm doing. So when it comes to true crime type stuff, yeah, will I ever bring up, like I might do a short and just say, bringing up something that maybe John Gotti did or something like in a short or something like that. But I have another episode. It's a long one. It'll probably be a two-parter with Larry Rolla because he's talking about so many other different mobsters and Tony Shula, who actually tried putting Joe's father away, Angelo. But Angelo was found not guilty in 1974. But so I'll make that into a two-parter. So the true crime will still be there, but I want to get involved with the music history. And like I said the other night, my good friend Lala here, who is absolutely so knowledgeable and incredible with music and is probably the coolest lady I ever met in my life. She's going to be helping out on some like music shorts and just like the artistic type stuff and some interviews that I already have interviews though booked up that I'll be announcing with actual musicians, family members of musicians that you guys definitely know of that aren't around anymore, and exclusives that just a lot of good stuff's coming. And, we're going into a more positive though direction. And that's what I, instead of all the drama and this and that and all that. And I own my mistakes. I own my mistake from the other show. It is what it is. We're not perfect. But there's no excuse. I dropped the ball on that one. I owned it and I said what I had to say about it. And I'm moving forward. And the ones that stay around here and want to still watch the content, I thank you very much. The ones that don't, that's fine as well too. There's a billion other channels out there. I respect though your decision, but I'm here to stay. And our project is it's going to be a special one. But remember, that's not on here. That the project is going to be on a streaming platform. It's not going to be on YouTube. But I still have though my interview with Joe Bufalino, and I'll also still, be coming on and talking about little stuff that I could talk about that's not in the documentary itself. We kept our mouth shut like the way we were supposed to. Instead, when I did the Whitey one, I didn't, and this and that. And for me to be executive producer on this project and to have the production company backing and believing in it so much, it's just it's like it's unbelievable everything though that's going on. And I just couldn't be more grateful to the Bufalinos and again Kevin Donaldson for giving me the platform yesterday to explain it. And but what I was saying is I never told really my story, and I told it. But we're on a time frame, when I was with Kevin yesterday in the studio time. So I got to tell it and in like bits and pieces, like what led me to the road though that I took. But I'm gonna be doing an addiction show live with Bobby Bright, from Canada at 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if I'll actually be telling my story then or whatever. I don't know if I might wait till the Suffering Podcast episode airs, and then I'll tell my actual story more in depth with the addiction and everything that goes with that lifestyle. And but it's just beautiful on the other side. And I mean, after 3.5 years of being away from that stuff, and of course I'm still going through hardships right now, with loss and all of that type of stuff, which we all do. But now I have the tools though. There's a void, like Kevin was talking about, that void that we had to fill. And what I fill that void in now with is the fact that I could be here for my family. I fill that void in now with that energy I used to have to go run and rip and figure out how to get my next score, do this or that. Well, I put that in the work and, producing, whether it's content, whether it's helping my neighbor next door to, with him put up his deck, stupid. There's just not stupid stuff, just like work type stuff. Like, I just try to cater. It's harder to hit a moving target than a target that's still. So I just like to always keep moving. So big things definitely coming, and I'm honored. And me and Joe will be doing a walk and talk in Pittston, Pennsylvania, where they showed Penn Drape and the Irishman and all that, where it really is and all that stuff. And we'll be announcing that right beforehand. That's in May as well, but stay tuned for that. But again, thank you so much to Kevin Donaldson. And Tommy out there, man. I got to talk to Tommy. He knows his music. Talking about Headbangers Ball yesterday, the old days with Ricky Rackman. But it was just a great time. They're great people. And you could just tell I'm a good judge of character. And that's why I knew to reach out to Kevin right away. And I seen it. The weird thing, here's the thing about sobriety. 3 or it might have even been longer. I seen him in that same studio. It wasn't the Suffering Podcast. And I'm just sitting there yesterday and I'm thinking, I'm like, now look, 3 years later, like I'm sitting here in that studio. And I'm not saying that like, oh, look at me. I'm saying that like, look at what sobriety though could do. Look where it could take you. Look at the opportunities that could happen if you could bash through that wall and get through it. And it's just a beautiful thing. It really is. For all my faults, and I have many faults that I'll always own. But compared to where I was, and I still have a lot of growing to do. And the other thing with sobriety too is every day, when you're stuck in that addiction, every day is like the same. Oh, how am I going to get this? How, because towards the end, you're not even trying to get high. You're just trying to maintain so you could be a normal human being. But like when I wake up every day, granted, like, I have to deal with, not saying have to deal complaining, but I have a sick family member who I'm taking care of. But my point is that there's still every day is something new. It's just a different adventure once though you get away from that. And I remember I used to sit in those AA rooms. I'd hear people being like, oh, a life beyond your most powerful imagination and dreams. And you're going to find the spiritual path. And I used to want to punch those people in the face and be like, you weren't as bad as me. Get going. God could come down here right now and look at me and I still want to get high. That's like where my mindset was when you're hooked on that stuff. But hey, we all have a past. People will judge me for my past forever. And all I say is bring it on. I'm not ashamed of it. It's what happened. I'm all about what moved, what I do in the present and moving forward. And that's the one thing that my father's sickness taught me is to really live in the present and don't look what's going to be the problem a week from now or 2 weeks from now. And this works great with sobriety. Stay in that fucking second, minute, not they say 1 day at a time, 1 second at a time, and that's just the truth. And it does get easier as time goes on. But I'll probably wait until after that episode drops. And then, I've been doing this for a while. I never did tell my story. And I'm going to actually have like a couple friends of mine from this area around to explain stuff on addiction. And a lot of people have been reaching out though about it because when it comes to that, I hate to say I'm like an expert in that because I worked in every field with it too on the employment aspect of it. And I've been to the highest quality type living though rehab to the state-run facility junks. And I'll tell you right now, I got sober after the state-run facility. It doesn't matter if you go to Malibu, Passions, or whatever. You're not going to get sober till you're ready to get sober. So let's go into the comments since this is live. Oh, we got a few. We got a lot. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Look at this. I'm still scrolling up. And you know me, I get to everyone. So be ready. I call you all out. I already got Rickster. Johnny Pockets, how you doing out there? My man. Appreciate you, Johnny. Johnny's a great friend of ours. And when I say ours, of me and also to the Bufalinos, Joe really appreciates that painting and the chip, though, that you sent him with Anthony Giacalone. So we really appreciate you, Johnny, out there in Massachusetts. Thank you so much, my friend. And you know what kills me, man, is even though my dog Ozzy died, I still have in the Ziploc bag right here for when she would sit next to me to the show, the treats that you mailed me. It's like I don't have the heart to like get rid of them yet or whatever, but thanks to Lala, my friend, she actually gave me the courage to actually take my dog's ashes out of the bag finally and put them next to my bed. But and then there's a crazy story though, a little Yorkshire my neighbor found underneath a car today, and that doesn't have a home. And I'm like, I don't know what to like do because it's like I feel like I'm cheating on Ozzy, I'd be like, that dog was on my lap for 13 years. That was my life. I know I don't have kids, I mean that, and losing Ozzy was still tough. It's the only thing that makes me cry my eyes out. And this may sound harsh, but like, I mean, when humans pass at times, like I don't even cry. I just get more like numb. But when Ozzy died, I floodgates. Like if I was ever an actor, I could cry on cue now at any time. All I got to do is think of Ozzy and I'll just bawl my eyes out because I miss her and she was the best dog ever. You're the best, brother. So thank you, Kevin. Right back at you, my friend. Right back at you. Absolutely, Rube. Frankie, my man. My pleasure, Kevin. Yeah, it was just what incredible time. Incredible, genuine, not just like, okay, let's get in here, get this done, see you later. Like, we had a great conversation. Great. It was just, I'm very empathic and I could feel people's energy and just the whole vibe and Tommy out there, Lynn. And then like, they're just solid, genuine people. And that's rare around here. A lot of people just want the numbers. They just want this or that, and they're just genuine people. And you don't find that a lot. And thank you again to everyone from over there at the Suffering Podcast, including Kevin, Tommy, everyone that was there. Just an incredible experience that I'll never forget. And you gave me the opportunity to share my story and to share the project that we're working on, where you can see the plaques from over there with Russ. And I know the lights on that one, but that's Angelo, Joe's father, right next to him. Oh, that one you could see Angelo a little bit better on though. But and I'm glad you liked the pin, Kevin. I know it's in safekeeping, and I know that you'll cherish that, my friend. Right here. Because Russell was the one that actually had all of that stuff made for the league back in 1970, and then 71. Obviously, Colombo got assassinated at Columbus Square, where Joe was actually there. The whole chapter 34, they chartered up the bus and went up there that day. And he was, he wasn't murdered. He was in a coma for years after, as you all know. And then the man who shot him, got basically cut in half, though, with bullets. He was done immediately. But let's get to the comments. I'm just so grateful, though, to you, Kevin. Thank you very much. My kids were blown away. Oh, well, I'm my worst critic. I'm sure you could be the same with that yourself. And I know I left you a message being like, are you sure, man, that was good and stuff? What's kind of cool too, man? Like when you're in a professional podcast studio and like you have the headphones on like that, like you go to a different dimension. Like you're not in that room. Like I can't explain it. It's just like when you listen to headphones of music and then you take the headphones off and you're back to reality. But it's like, it was awesome. It was all professional. There's a guy coming over to me telling me you got to move over here. I'm like, all right, usually I'm fucking putting this on. I'm fucking doing this in my room here. Like, put a little tripod thing there. This was like the real deal. And it was a very cool experience. And I'll never forget it for you giving me that platform and to be able to do that. And believe me, Joe Bufalino and their family are very, very grateful as well for allowing us to, promote the project that's going to be coming, because the truth is coming. So thank you. Kev, me, I'll be saying thank you for the whole show, but I'm very grateful. I'm glad that your kids enjoyed it. I'm surprised they watched it with some of the stuff I said, because I know it's a little dark, but hey, I guess that's a good thing. And we made a good point yesterday. Kids these days, when we were in high school, you could actually try drugs, but you don't know what you're getting these days, what it's laced with. If I grew up the way I was in high school, I'd be gone. gone, but you don't know what you're getting these days. They might be thinking you're getting a Xanax or whatever. No, people are pressing them, putting fentanyl in them. It's a whole different game out there anymore. So it's scary. What's up, Sloth Loomis? Hope you will do a Pink Floyd bio video soon with a discussion. I will absolutely do that. Pink Floyd that's my first tattoo right there from the wall. I seen Gilmore. I seen Roger Waters, I believe, 17 times. I saw his first show back from COVID over in Pittsburgh. He gets very political now, but just the show itself, though, was incredible. I was born in 81, so he was already, though, gone. Well, no, he wasn't gone, though, yet. The final cut, they were pretty much gone, but they weren't in the studio for that session. But then after the final cut, obviously, then he went with his solo career. And I like his solo stuff and Gilmore's, but I just think that both of them together is the best because with Roger Waters' solo career, he had Eric Clapton on Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. He had Jeff Beck on Amused to Death, which Jeff Beck is one of the best guitarists on the planet Earth. But it doesn't matter. I say this all the time. It's like when the New York Yankees try to buy all the best players to win a championship. No, that doesn't mean just because you have all the best players, you have the A-Rods and the whatever. No. You have to gel together. And what Waters and Gilmore had was a healthy competition of like, okay, yeah, you're writing this, I'm writing this. And it was just the perfect ingredients that worked because you're not going to find a David Gilmour solo album that's better than Floyd with Waters. And you're not going to find a Waters solo album that's better than Floyd with Waters, in my opinion. Although I do love Amused to Death, and I do love Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. But yeah, I could get into Floyd anytime slot. And we already have a thumbnail made for that. It's just that I was trying to get a guest on that could speak on that. But I mean, I know the history of it and we could do a fun live with that. You got it, my man. I'm going to start that too. So I remember that and actually photo it up because I want to start there's going to be playlists where it's going to be music with me and Lala explaining though, like, and like with interviews, say it's like Ozzy Osbourne. Boom, you want to learn something about Ozzy, and boom, there's this playlist. Randy Rhoads, boom, there's the playlist. Pink Floyd, there's the playlist. True crime, there's the playlist. So we're going to start getting organized and doing everything right. I just want to take the photo of that slot because my life is like up and down every day with what's going on. And that's just so I just remember on that. But you have my word, my man. We will definitely do a Pink Floyd show live too with the open discussion. Frankie, I love you. I see you there, my man. How are you? By the way, respect, bro, on the old fight video that got thrown around. You walked in the ring like a real man. Shit. What do you mean, no, that got... Oh, by the way, thank you. It didn't get thrown around. I had that posted for the last actually 20... That's 20 years ago. I was 25 years old and went to a kickboxing match. That was like, whatever. Exactly. But then... I'm not even going to get into it. Some mental cases like, tell Danny I'll fight him. I'm 45. Like right there. Listen to yourself. Grow up. Grow up. Telling me I'm nothing? Yeah, let's see where I'm at in a year, buddy. Not even a year. Where are you? Not talking to you, Sloth. Just someone that did the martial arts. I gave him all the props in the world, even though he lost. Walking into the cage, you give anyone props. Walking into a ring, walking into anyone, everyone knows that. Kevin knows that. Kevin knows from jiu-jitsu, from what he used to try boxing at Gleason's gym back in the day. There's always a respect. This guy, though, got into it, though, to be a bully. And, but people could throw all around. Listen, if you watch that video, which I just showed in my last live, first off, the walk alone, because there's people in the gym that could smash people that you see who are stars. But once those lights are under them or people are around, because you're performing, it's not that you're afraid of your opponent. But what happened with that one, though, was, first off, if you look at me, I'm out of shape, I'm whatever. There's a place called Peppers where you used to sign a waiver. It was like Roadhouse and you could fight. And I won the money, though, that night. I won the competition. So I thought that I could go in there with people that trained. Well, no. But what the guy done, and he was smart, because look at distance control. You put your foot forward and you have way more distance with kicking. He tried to do one hammer kick on me. In my mind, I'm like, I'm dead. So I played the matador the whole time. Like, what am I going to do? And then, he set me up and kicked me in the face and broke my jaw. And why would I shy away from that? It's not embarrassing to me. I walked in there. You know who was in my corner? Someone who fucking did over 20 years in prison for the most fucking brutally fucking, who would make who would make people on the internet cry in their boots, and people from around here know who I'm talking about. That's who was in my corner. And he even said, "Hey man, you made the fucking walk." Like fucking this and that, But it was stupid though at that time, though, because I had no right though making that walk. I'm just that type of guy that I'll do anything. I don't care. I did stand-up comedy for a year. I actually won a competition in Boston on Boylston Street at one of the comedy clubs out there, though. But I'm just a guy that likes to try everything. And if you think you could win a couple street fights, and then so that means that you could try to get in the ring, even if it's with an amateur or a big, no, there's trained and untrained, and there's trained and untrained, but then there's trained and different like type of level, like Khamzat Chimaev though type level, where nobody's going to beat that guy. Forget about it. Talking MMA, Dricus du Plessis, I know he's strong, he's awkward, whatever. That Khamzat Chimaev, I've been watching UFC since 1993, since it first came out, and I'm telling you right now, I'll eat my words. That man at middleweight is not losing. See what he done to Robert Whittaker. And people will be like, Gilbert Burns exposed him. Yeah, because he was trying to just knock him out and went away from the game plan. You know what that fight taught me with Khamzat and Burns? That Khamzat's a warrior. We finally got to see him get hit. His first 5 fights, I don't think he got hit. He's picking up Ling Ching Wang, looking at Dana, going, Dana, boom. I'm coming for everyone. I'm telling you, that man right there, I never seen anyone like him in the UFC. Never in my life like Khamzat Chimaev. And I have a good eye for these things. When Conor McGregor was coming up, everyone laughed at me. I was putting on videos. I'm like, he's going to beat Aldo. He's going to definitely beat Aldo, because Aldo wouldn't go ever on the ground. And McGregor wasn't, he would hit you right in the right spot, but he also had that, I could just, whatever aura he had back then, that, he lost now because, he's got billions and billions of dollars, so he lost it and all that. Shout out to Conor McGregor, though, too. He actually shared my Instagram on his story last week. I was like, what are you fucking kidding? I woke up and my phone was like 177,000 or whatever. Next thing I know, I'm in Conor McGregor's stories. I'm like, all right. He's in the White House last week and he's throwing Loomis up in his stories. I'm like, all right, that's pretty fucking cool. And I know some people will be like, oh, well, what about him, though, with his case, though, and this and that type of stuff. The civil ones, I don't know. You got to watch out, though, for. There was no evidence to criminally charge him or anything. So when you have that much money and stuff like that, I was at the Johnny Depp trial, even though Amber Heard, I'm sure, had some money or whatever. But I don't know. All I'm saying is, I don't know. I was just shocked that he actually put me in his stories. But other than that, he had just that like invincibility. And when you watch him fight Eddie Alvarez, that's the best Conor McGregor out there. That, he was almost untouchable though then. But then, he lost it. Guys like Floyd Mayweather, they didn't lose it. They got all that money and they still were on top and stayed undefeated and stuff like that. Where Conor, he did say in the beginning, I'm going to be a double champ and I'm going to drive off into the sunset. And he was. But, people be like, well, he didn't defend. He did. So easy for people to yell at, like, this guy's a bum or that guy's a bum. That's the hardest sport in the world. Even the guy that I put up, though, because he wanted to throw my video around, I have all the respect in the world that he did that and got in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fight. I don't go around telling everyone I'm an MMA fighter. I'm a fight. No, I tried it. I tried that kickboxing match, and yeah, I paid the price for it. I don't shy away from it. So nobody threw that around. There is a show called The Best of the Loomis Show that's been up for the past 10 years that had that, where we even made it funnier, where every time the kick lands and you hear the jaw break, we put a loop on it 5 times until I go down. And then you see me immediately go, I think I'm too wiry to be knocked out cold. I'm going to be honest. I was never knocked out cold in my life. And I think it's just because I'm too wiry. Because don't get me wrong, my legs went down. He flashed me, but we could see. Watch it again. Do I still have it up? I'll put it on right now if I put it up. No shame in that. People could throw that. That's what they were. That was their comeback. Man, people are funny. They'll throw shit up that they would never make that walk. And even the gentleman, though, who did and actually was an MMA fighter or whatever, I have respect, though, that he did that. I just don't understand why he can't respect others. How can't you respect a man that 36 years old trying professional. He's not trying to be a champion. He's going pro to prove something to himself. If you can't respect that, then you're in martial arts for the wrong reason. You don't even know what martial arts means. First off, you're not even supposed to be fighting people if you're a martial artist. The first thing they teach you is how not to fight. Even if you're in competition, that rule applies to with the streets as well. And but I don't know. Some people get into it for different ways and they have to figure that out. Let's get to the comments. Get to the ducking point. What is going on? Irish lad out there. How you doing? Great to see you. I seen you over on Instagram too. Thank you very much. And thank you, Sloth, by the way, for that comment. Darren, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. As always, buddy. I appreciate your support always. Yes, OG Ruby, one day at a time, ready to move back home next month, back to Florida, been on Cali. Absolutely. 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 second, whatever at a time. But I'll tell you one thing right now, and I learned this because I just had Mike Segru on as well. Sergeant who had to shoot someone and kill someone and fucked his head up real bad and this and that. And he didn't talk about all the stuff that was bothering him. And he, ended up, losing his shit. And then he had to get himself back into it. And just like what Kevin was going through his problems, we always think like if we have like that, whatever secret we're burying out, like the skeleton in the closet, whether it's drugs or whatever, like, oh my God, like I can't ask for help. But then when you finally do, it's like, I'm telling you, like that whole thing that you make up in your minds that it's going to be so bad. Well, let me ask you this. You know what's bad? Still running around, ripping and running and robbing and doing whatever. That's way more embarrassing than just asking for help. Asking for help to go into a treatment center is one of the most noble and admirable things that you could do like it absolutely is. But in our minds, I get it. Oh, I can't go because I have this going on. Listen, you go because you can't do anything in life. I'm saying if you were an addict like I was, where I couldn't live without the substance or the booze, then you got to change your whole life, your whole existence, and you got to flip everything around 180. And that's just the way it's got to go. You got to get rid of people, and some people to this day will still be like, oh yeah, Loomis thinks he's better than me. No, I don't. Loomis is here if you ever want to, get some help or whatever, but I can't be around certain stuff. So you distance yourself. Let people talk and make noise. That's what they do. Just move forward, and without your own self-care, you can't care for anyone else. So that's that. Listen, I'm going to call you a moron right now. I love this guy, by the way. I wasn't talking about you, and you know what I'm talking about. I was talking about the video that I couldn't share of yours of yours. And I was saying, my man, why can't he just admit it? It would be a lot more easier and respectable. I wasn't talking about you. You're like, I'm offended. I can't believe that you think no. And I could see though where you got confused. That's why messaging, man, things get so misconstrued. But you know what I'm talking about, and it wasn't about you. And cool looking shirt. This is actually Castle Island in South Boston. Sullivan's best dogs on planet Earth. If you're ever out in South Boston, go to Castle Island. That's like, where they always show like Kevin Weeks and Whitey Bulger walking around. When we were doing that project, I hit the place up next door to it where you go in a parking lot, and unbelievable dogs, the best. But thank you, my man. And I hope you understand. I'm glad that you popped on, and I left you a message too earlier. So that was a misunderstanding, Mob Rats. Great to see you here, buddy. Nice shirt again. Thanks, Rube. Yeah, if you're ever out in South Boston, hit that up. You'll love it. Frankie, got you 25 documents. Yep, I know, buddy. And thank you, Frankie. You're going above and beyond, my friend. Above and beyond. And what we are supposed to do today is tomorrow, because I was traveling. I slept forever. But we'll talk about all that stuff behind the scenes. But I can't wait, man, for the people to see what we got coming. I really can't wait. I can't wait. And the one thing I learned from the first project was keep your mouth shut. And that's what I did. Kept my mouth shut. And that's a lesson you learn. I don't regret anything. Like one person came on here going, what happened to that project? You're a loser. It didn't work out. Everyone in the world who has projects, they had, when they finally got one out there that's out there, they had like fucking probably 10 or 15 that they failed on. You have to fail before succeeding. But this comes though from people though that don't even know try. Did they try to either skip the line or they try to, they don't have, where's their project? So always ignore them. Guys, just ignore the noise, and ladies out there, and move forward. Admit your faults, admit when you're wrong, like I did this week. And yeah, and nobody could say shit on me. Go look up my record. You're going to find DUIs, possession, because, I had an opportunity to where I could have cooperated on the person who I got the fucking drugs from to get it off my record. Or I could have took responsibility and fucking, I wasn't looking at like years. So I don't think I'm talking like big time, whatever, but that's why there's a possession charge. So what will people say? Oh, he was a junkie. He was a junkie. Yeah. Keyword is was. That shit doesn't hurt me. You throw my little fight video out there. What does that do? Nothing. I had that posted forever. So keep digging. Keep digging. And another thing I want to talk about too, when you message someone and talk to someone one time, and like, if you're busy and like, you can't like, have time to interact with them, like, whether it's the opposite sex or whatever, then they get all mad and they say this and that to other people and try to put you down because you're not doing what they want. Like that's a topic for another show, but I jump around at times. But who else do we got in here? There she is. What's up, Philomena? Phantasma. How are you doing? Great to see you. La will be helping me, though, with the artsy stuff and with the music stuff and with whatever the hell she wants to. But great. I don't know if you want to be like throwing out your business. That's why I'm not saying much right now. But you're the best. And just know that you're the best. And that's unequivocally, without a shadow of a doubt. I appreciate you. So thank you. Bro, you and OG Rube too. Like I could like literally tell these ladies 2 minutes before live, and they're like, "Yeah, no problem if I'm there." Like, and what you do is just incredible. Thank you so much. I am beyond grateful to you. Here's my man right here, Mike. Thank you, my friend, Mike. And I know for people watching, maybe it's not the most best content when I'm going through all these comments saying hello, but anyone who gives me their time, I have to. Hope you're doing well, Mike. Hope all is good. Look at this. Who's that handsome bastard on the screen? You tell me, Boston Irish 58. I know, well, I'm not going to say who you are, though, but how you doing, my friend? And I appreciate you very much, and thank you for being here. And speaking of Boston, as we both know, it's kind of funny. Karma just works in a weird, funny way sometimes, but obviously, this joint right here. I love it. Boston's my favorite city, actually. It's my favorite city in the country, I think, that I've ever been to. I mean, I've been to Los Angeles. I've been at pretty much every city. I just never hit Texas before, but I hit everywhere else there. And I know something about, even though I'm a diehard Yankee fan, I hate the Red Sox, but that is what it is. I have all respect for it. I've been to Fenway. Respect for the old stadium, all that stuff. Respect for what you did in 2004 against us, and we're able to freaking come back from a 3-0 and freaking go 4 games in a row and beat us. I mean, that's commendable. I give respect where respect is due. But Boston itself, the people, the city, I love it. Always will. But thanks for being here, my friend. Mustang Mike, what's going on, Mike? Great to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate it. All right, that's just you guys talking, no back and forth. I want to make sure. See, I got to start timestamping when I say stuff. Well, I don't know what I say, though. That's why I'm sure I said something, though, Philomena. I know. Listen, people will tell you, too, when I say names, I'm horrendous. I'm terrible. And I don't mean to screw up names. Like, I'll be like, Philomena, like, especially like with Italian last names, I'm terrible. And I feel terrible when I need to learn the right enunciation of their names when I speak. Yes, music, everything you do it all. That's what we're doing, my friend. That's what we're doing, Frankie. Nick, what's up? Nick Romano in the house. Great to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. I think Nick wrote, you wrote something to me though the other day. I remember reading that. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but it made sense. And, but anyway, I'm very happy though that you're here, given the time to watch. Thank you, my friend. Guys, hit that like button too, if you don't mind. It helps get this moving, and hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. Boston in the house. Now we got Lala Navigadora. Hey, thanks for the shoutski. There she is, Lala. Absolutely. And we got some good things though planned though ahead in the future, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun, and I can't thank you enough. And I'll say it. I said it once. I'll say it again. Just your knowledge and everything that you know when it comes, especially to music. I mean, old movies, old whatever is second to none. You're way smarter than me, and you're great. So you're always, as they say, aces in my book. So Porky's, and what was the other one? Calco Caddyshack. You on drugs? Yeah. Wonder what's the problem. But Lala's great. Guys, give her a subscribe right there. Her channel is going to be great, and it is great already, but I mean, I'm sure she's going to grow more to it and put more stuff up, but give that channel a subscribe. Ro, if you could, or Ruby, if you could get the link for her channel and drop it in the comments, though, that would be great. You know me, I'm computer literate on this laptop here. And if you could do the same for the Suffering podcast too, if you don't mind, Ro or Ruby, to put that link, both of those links in there for people to subscribe. Yeah, it's Holy Thursday. Good Friday tomorrow. Happy Thursday. Happy Easter, everyone. Yes, absolutely. And I'm not going to get into that right now, but it's more of a faith based thing though about me that, I'm just going to wait until the episode from the Suffering podcast drops before I talk about anything about my personal life, meaning though with addiction and what I've been through and stuff like that. I'll let that episode drop, and then I'll capitalize with my story on my own show here with you about that though. But that'll be out in mid-May or, in May. That's all, it'll be out in May. And I just hope I did a good job. Kevin said I did, so we'll see. You guys and ladies can be the judge of that. Happy Easter and Passover too. Absolutely. I'm going to make sure, though, I just still get to everyone there. Oh, yeah, Bobby Bright too. Thank you, bro. How the hell did you know how to do that? You read my mind. Sub to Bobby. Is Bobby here? Yeah, guys, Bobby Bright's the one, the Hard Life of Bobby Bright from Canada. Real as they come. We actually talked about Bobby a little bit yesterday. I talked to Bobby on the way home from Kevin's yesterday's studio out there in Jersey. And he's been doing lives and been putting content up, and that's a real one right there. Like no ifs, ands, or whatever is about it. So give Bobby definitely a subscribe. There's his link right there. Thank you, Ro, for putting that up. Hit the like, people. Just do it. Increase your tax refund. Thanks, Ro. I appreciate that. Nick M., you're a good dude, man. You're a good man, Loomis. Oh, thank you, Nick. I appreciate that, my man. Is that Mickey Ward? Hold on. I got to blow up the screen. I can't tell if you got Mickey Ward there or not because it's so tiny, though. But on your profile pic, but I have seen you though before though, because I seen that though. I think it is. I think it is. I could be wrong. You could let me know. But thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Right back at you, brother. Thank you very much. Oh wow. I thought I was already at. I gotta keep. Where am I at? Oh, here we are. There's Nick. Thanks again, Nick.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Frankie. Keep him busy. Peter Papa, how are you? Day at a time. Keep it simple. Exactly. Second, minute, hour, day, whatever it takes for you. Exactly, Peter Papa. Love the name, Peter Papa. It's a good name. What was I going to say? Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that very much, and thank you for being here. Follow Frankie right here, guys, from Mob Kings and It's Infamous. That's his YouTube right there. And he also, his Facebook is humongous. I mean, he gets, what do you get, Frank? Like, it's like 5 million views a freaking month, which is crazy with all of your traffic and stuff, with all the questions you ask. He asks great questions over there, but you could follow Frankie there. And, you're a good man, Loomis. Keeping your integrity on here is difficult. Well, I'm not going to speak on you know what, but I said that if something's produced to me, that I have to do what I have to do. And I don't care how much views, money, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. My integrity and character come before that, always will. And that's just a fact. But I thank you, Ro, for saying that. Ro, could you get Lala's link right here? I hate asking you to do stuff, especially after that nice, sweet comment, though, of yours, though. But past is the past. You can't change it, and no one's guaranteed tomorrow. So live in the moment, people. Be what do I do? And that's what changed my, like Mike said, my father's sickness is what changed my life. It really made me real. Like it really got me present. Like, stop worrying about next week. Stay in the moment. And that's why what I've been writing for this Bufalino project, like, it's because I used to not be able to do that shit because I'm always like, what's going on next week? Oh man, what did I do yesterday? Are they going to call the cops or this or that? Stupid, crazy shit. So when we were all in addiction and stuff, but now, like, just being in the present, I didn't have to. I just had to do a lot of work on myself, but I would pay millions of dollars for peace of mind. And I have peace of mind right now. And finally, I'm at a point in my life where I love myself. I love the person who I am. I know who I am deep down. And yeah, that's where you have to get. You can't love yourself, then how the hell can you love anyone else? And then I try to go back up to the other comment. Wait, hold on. There's a lot of comments here. Oh no, wait. I'm trying to find Ro where here we are. God bless and good luck though to you. Thank you, my friend Nick Romano. My man, appreciate you. Exactly. If you're not sober, if you're not ready, wait, exactly. If you're not ready, you're not going to no 100%. And that's why sometimes, like, with interventions, I disagree though with, not that I disagree with them, but because I'll tell you why I don't disagree with interventions, because if you do an intervention on someone and then they actually do go into treatment, then maybe something will click. But forcing them in, they got to hit the ground the hard way if they're lucky enough though too, and then go in to get the help on their own when they want to. They got to fall on their faces, and then hit that bottom, and then they're going to change. Like, I was at a rehab where, like, we had like our own tennis court, like in-ground pool, saunas. I had jets that I didn't just have a bidet. I had an armpit bidet. I had a nose bidet. I had a fucking whatever. You know what I mean? That didn't get me sober. So it's all about when you want to get sober. And you're exactly right, Nick. Exactly. La, Derek Cassidy. I talk so fast, I always forget. Sorry about Ozzy. Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. That one still kills me. I still wait, if you guys used to watch and ladies would scratch on the door, have her bed right here. But thanks, though, to Lala right here, though. She actually gave me the courage, though, to actually take Ozzy's ashes out and not take the physical out, but actually put him next to my bed. And for that, I am forever indebted to you. I don't know how you did that, but yeah, whatever. People could say, "Oh, it's a dog, it's a pet." No, they're fucking family. And now what happened today, this little Yorkshire Terrier was found underneath my neighbor's car. And I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I can't. Like, I'm just not ready yet. I don't know. But
if anyone's looking though for a dog, beautiful dog, and my neighbor's going to keep it anyway if nobody else takes it. But there's beautiful Yorkshire Terrier though that had no chip in it that was found today and that needs a home. It has a home, meaning that my neighbor will not get rid of this dog if it doesn't find a home. But yeah, I just lost Ozzy, and that might sound selfish, but that being if you pick up my phone and go through my camera roll, there's like 25,000 like almost pictures because I have a Droid. The storage is full. It's just all me and Ozzy, all me. It's all Ozzy. Like it's tough. So we'll see what happens. You gave Ozzy that's what made me though find solace in the fact that there's a lot of dogs out there that they don't get to live though that life of luxury. You know what I'm saying? So the fact though that I gave her love, she died actually here in the house, not suffering, which was, it was tough because I had to wait overnight and then take her though in the morning. But she came downstairs. She barely was able to walk, but she made it downstairs, came down to see me, and then laid down. I grabbed her because she was like kind of walking crooked. I put her in her bed, like one of those little dog beds. It was during Sunday Night Football. It was the game before it was 2 weeks before the Super Bowl because there's always that week break. Put her there, and then 2 minutes later, she just passed. Or I can't. Oh my God, I can't talk about it. Anyway, thank you, Zal. Thank you. I can't talk about it. I can't. Thank you. Ro, that's not the name anymore. It's the Loomis Show. But thank you. I'm hitting over 6,000. Thank you. But that name is long gone. It's the Loomis Show now. See? Which it was in the beginning of all, even before that and Mafia Truth and everything. But thank you very much, Ro. Yeah, we're about to 6,200 subscribers. So, and this page doesn't even get, like it's totally, like, so we did a test, put 2 videos up on a new page that got over like 5,000 views of me talking about nonsense. But this page with over 6,000 views, it's because it got striked. It got demonetized. It got suspended way back in 2016 for like I think it was a Conor McGregor tribute video that was faded though out, but that the other editor that I had made. So, and the way that we used to curse constantly on the lives, you can't curse on here. They shadow ban you. That's a real thing. They do. So like my videos, they don't go anywhere. And it doesn't bother me. There's even if there's 17, 22 of you, I'll always be doing what I'm doing. People fucking rank everything just by numbers. And look how many followers I have. I don't give a shit of how many followers you have. I care about the people who are in my real life. I don't vicariously live through the internet like a lot of others do. And that's like, and I understand because they're growing up in the generation where that's what it is. Kids are in school and like, I have more followers than you because it's a different world from when we grew up. I mean, you used to pass a note to a girl, you know what I mean? Now it's just, remember those days when you used to have to write a note? I'm very grateful that I'm at least the last generation, or at least one of them, because I'm 44. I was born in 81 that actually grew up though that way. Now in high school, I had a beeper. Remember the beepers? 911. But very grateful. But Ro, it's the Loomis Show, just so you got it though, hon. Love the Scally. This one here is I got a shitload of these ones, my man. The boss, there's a company called hold on. 1 second here. There's a company out there in Boston called Boston Scally Company. And I think that they're the best ones, like hands down in America that I could find. But, you know what? They're downstairs though. But I have this one here is from Ireland though. It was actually handpicked though in Ireland. This is this is Mook Rose. I don't know if you could see that though in there. I know the green screen's going to get weird with the pins, but this company's called Mook Rose. And I mean, you want to talk about comfort. This hat is fantastic. But if you're going like, for one in America, the best ones that I find are Boston Scally. This one here, though, just It's got it. I got to give it to this company here with the comfort though. Like, because after you wear ones like this and then you put the scally on, it almost feels like the scally is going to fall off your head. And I'm not putting that company down because I love Boston Scally. I have like 5 of their hats. But this company here, and what's the other company? Hold on. Because there's 2 hats though from Ireland though that I have. Hold on. And then this one also is from Ireland as well. And this is called Hatman of Ireland. Which is also, I don't even know if, I'm sure they do mail. I mean, I had these brought back from Ireland from when family was out there. And then I even got the, well, you're not gonna be able to see it, the family crest there because I have family over there, which their name is Doherty, where ours is changed to Dougherty at Ellis Island when my grand folks came over. But yeah. Then what company is this again? Mucros, Mucros. Fantastic. But if you're going to get one American, Boston Scally is great. Yeah, stuff out there is really sketchy. Amen to that. But thanks, Mustang Mike. If I grew up now, I definitely would have died. Yeah, Nick, me too. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. You're playing Russian roulette if you're buying drugs on the street. And I even mentioned this, like I was that type of guy when I used to go to a party, I would do something and then say, what was that? You know what I mean? So it's not fun. I'm laughing like at the ridiculousness of my behavior back then. But yes, it's Russian roulette every time, without a doubt, Ro. Let me see something. Let me see if I'm going to see if I can get your link up. But I think though you have to have the or you have to put at live, whatever. I'm going to put your link up. Let me see. Is that it? No, who the fuck is that? That's not you. What's your chat? Like NAV. NAVIG. Just want to get the spelling right. NAVIGADORA. Bam, got it. So if I go Bink, share, copy link, I got this. Loomis Show, boom. Subscribe. Bingo. No, the next one. Wait, la here. Hold on, I forgot to paste it. There it is. All right, so there's Lala's link, guys. If you don't mind, or lady, subscribe. You'll love what she's got going on over here. She's fantastic, magnificent lady. Past is past. You can't change it. No one's there. I love that row. That's getting. Oh, I can't star you because you're a wrench. I did a start a comment. Thank you, Nick Romano. I appreciate you, my friend. Sorry about that. Oh, wait. Where we at? Love the scally cap. I would have died. Yep, I hear it. It is playing Russian roulette 100%. Without a doubt, bro. That's just too scary these days. You don't know what you're getting. I saw Roger Waters here. Amazing. Yeah, I seen him so many freaking times. And the last one I seen him, the stage was just ridiculous. It was like it's like no matter where you were and you don't want to sit front row at his shows. You want to sit back. They had like the pig flying around. I saw him in Pittsburgh, his first show up back after the lockdown and COVID. But then I saw him with RIP, my good friend Dave Glisson we used to we followed him when we were younger and stuff like that and did the whole parking lot, getting rid of whatever, to travel and all that stuff. But good times. That was the In the Flesh tour. I think that might have been, was that in 99, 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. But crazy show. Oh, Pink Floyd Pompeii is the best. They just redid it now, like in like a 4K better, like looking version or whatever. No, but I remember I used to drop acid all the time and watch that. And like when it starts, like when they're like zooming in and stuff, I'm like, these fucking guys know what they're doing when I was watching it. But live at Pompeii with echoes, oh my God, careful with that axe, Eugene, all that stuff. Saucer full of secrets, or set the controls for the heart of the sun. I need some more of the beautiful people to hit that like button. Just do it. Thank you, Ro. Yeah, guys, if you don't mind, it just helps support the channel. It doesn't cost anything. All you do is hit like. You can even hit dislike if you want. I think that helps to move it too. If you don't like what you're seeing, hit that dislike too. Drama, drama, drama. I hate it. Okay, Jan. Why? What do we got, Ro? I missed something? I do miss stuff at times. Or maybe I was saying something. No. Yes, like Road. Oh my God, I'm all the way back here. I got to catch up. So listen, if I missed anyone, re-comment. Yes, if you're struggling with addiction, right there, reach out to that right there. Rodney, what's up, my friend? Great to see you here. Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern with Bobby Bright. We're doing an addiction episode, just so you know, my friend. This is just me giving my thanks to the Suffering Podcast and Kevin Donaldson and the Joe Bufalino and his family, because I was on there. I was on the Suffering Podcast yesterday, which will be out in May, talking about my story with addiction and then what led up to, producing this project with the Bufalinos. What's up, my another fat bald Italian? How you doing, my friend? Been a little while. Great to see you, my man. Great to see you. I got to catch up. I could have sworn, though, I might have saw. There he is, Joe Bufalino. Keep up the good fight, my man. Joe, you know me. I'll walk off a cliff for you, and people could say or do whatever. Bring it on. Great to see you there, Joe. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I was supposed to get in touch with you today, though, but I'll shoot you a call tomorrow, though, because I got to talk to you about stuff. Frankie did very well, as usual, but I will be in touch with you, Joe. And thank you very much. And I just pray that you like what we did yesterday. I don't even know. I don't know how it's going to look. We'll see. But it was a great experience. And Kevin was very thankful for the pin. And it was just, yeah, we'll watch it together and we'll see how it goes. But, don't kill me if it's not, if I said anything out of line. Nah, I think I did good. I did it. I did good. All right. But, I always want to do right by you, and I always will. And sub to Lala right there, ladies and gents. Thanks for being here, Joe. And if you're with Donna, tell her I said what's going on. Love her. And I'll be in touch, though, with you tomorrow, because I got to talk to you about something anyway. I slept all day after the travel yesterday. William Brooklyn, what's up, my man? Great to see you. Guys, I know this might be like annoying, but I always say I get to everyone in the comments, or I try to. I don't have a producer, so I get to everyone. And if you could subscribe to Lala, subscribe to Frankie, subscribe to Bobby Bright, that would be great. Soli's is the best. Which is Soli's? Is Soli's a hat? I don't think I have any Soli's. I have the two from Ireland, and I have about Boston Scout. Are you talking about Scally, or is there a company called Soli? And I'm not breaking your balls. I'm asking you an honest question. Because, I mean, there are a lot of the companies out there, but I'm telling you, you try this hat on right now, you're not going to want to try on another company. I'm telling you. Boston Scally, those ones more in the summer, like, though, I'll do. And this one here, like, for example, like, it's good and all, but it's like, ugh, like I kind of, I don't know, something's going on here, like where you look at me and you just want to fucking kick my teeth out, right? This one, no, I like. So, But then this one's the Mucros, Mucros in Ireland. Ladies, we prefer broads. Listen, and I say it all the time. And if there's any ladies that are watching, I know my audience has probably like 6% ladies right now. But and with that said, broad, when I grew up, my uncles talked like the guys from freaking, when you're watching like Goodfellas, how they talk like that broad over there, that broad. It's never, and bro, I know you notice. I'm just explaining it to other people. I never mean it like derogatory at all. It's so funny though. I actually met two of my girlfriends in the past from using the word broad because they like came at me like, okay, what's up with this broad stuff? And then I explained and they were like, oh, all right. And then we ended up like hitting it out. This is years ago, but that word will never escape me. I got William Brooklyn. Oh, there's my man, Ron. Hey, brother, I missed the beginning of your show. We got an election going on up here in the north trying to get rid of these woke liberals. What's up, Ron? Ron's out there up in Canada. Ron knows Bobby. Ron's a great guy. And I hope when I'm out there, Ron, I get to see him. But trying to get rid of these. Yeah, how's that going up out there, huh? Oh, listen. So I never talk politics, but I was brought up Democrat, old school blue collar Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Not this like. I should shut up. I should shut up. Best luck to you, my friend. Go get them. Thanks for being here, Ron. Adorable, deplorable. I'm late, but I'm here. Yes, you are. It's been a while. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Hit that like button. There you are, Ro. I love it. Ro, I think that's why people don't hit the like. I think it's because like when you're in the live chat for some reason, you can't hit the like. I don't know why. And I don't know what the hearts are for or whatever. But I could have sworn, though, I saw, and maybe I'm wrong. And I'm not saying, oh, I did. Yes. Ro, what are you doing? I tell you all the time, but I love you to death. Thank you very much for the donation. Actually, people are like, Loomis, why do you tell people not to donate and this and that? They want to donate, let them donate. All right, anymore. If you want to donate, you could donate. Thank you. Ro, I love you to death. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Happy Easter to you. And I mean, but you're here. The reason why I say that to you is because like you're helping out, you're working, you're flinging up links and doing all that and donating and stuff. So, but thank you. But you know what? I'm going to roll with it. Anyone wants to donate to the channel, donate to the channel. How about that? I'm just finally I'll be acceptable and I'll say that. But, like I always say, just your time watching means the world to me, everyone. Thank you, Ro. I love you. Not because you gave me $20 either. I love you because, you're always there and got my back, and I appreciate you. Sub the la there. You might be a Yankees fan, but you're a freaking gentleman, Loomis. Thank you, Boston Irish. I appreciate that. I got some history in Boston, and there's some gentlemen up there who are incredible gentlemen, and I was on the wrong side of the fence without knowing it. And, I'm sure names like Pat Nee and like people like that, who's an absolute gentleman who is legitimately him and Kevin Weeks would be the only ones that, you could trust when it comes to like talking about Whitey Bulger, who are actually around and stuff like that. And Pat Nee actually, though, was winning in that gang war. Pat Nee's been around since way back in the day. And he was the actual IRA connect to all that. Yeah, Whitey helped get the guns and stuff like that. Pat, was the main hookup on that. But there's just a funny karma story that just happened that I got to keep to myself. But I was supposed to team up with someone from out there, I'm sure you know of, but it was the biggest blessing in the world that I didn't. And thank you. I appreciate you, Boston Irish. I can't be here with Nick. What are you talking about, William? I can't be here with Nick. He touches kids. Okay, come on, guys. Let's calm down. Kick it back. Try to keep it positive here.
Please hit the like, subscribe, notification, show the channel some love. You know what, Ro? Throw in and give a donation. No, I'm just kidding. But I finally gave into it. Fuck it. But I appreciate you, Ro. Thank you so much for that. First thing I do is hit the like button when I come on your channel. I appreciate that, Ron. I really do. Thank you. Why? Where's Bobby? I don't see Bobby. Everyone's like, Bobby's link and this and that. I don't see him. Or unless he changed his picture. I got Robert Costa in the house. What's up, Rob? Big R here. Great to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here, buddy. Eric, it's a gift to help you heal. What was the gift? What did I say again? See, I talk a million miles in a minute. I mean, I'm sure I said it's a gift to help you heal. If you want to rebuttal on that, I just don't remember because I say a lot of stuff naturally. So, and that was at what time? 9:40. Oh, that was look. I'm 20 minutes behind in the comments. I'm sorry, everyone. I am the same with my cat. R.I.P. to Stewie. I'm sorry for your loss, buddy. I completely understand. And it's not even called a cat, and they're not called a dog. They're family, as you know. So, I get it. It's okay, Ro. No problem. It's just the Loomis show, but the message though was got and received, and thank you very much. I had over 6,000 subscribers about like a week and a half ago or two, and now we're over 6,200. Just gonna keep growing and growing to see where this goes. But the YouTube, I love coming on to talk to you and doing some stuff. But with the project that I'm working on, that's the main focus. But the YouTube is, I love is the what do you call it? The not stepping stone, like this. No matter whatever happens, I'll always be doing these little lives and commenting to everyone. There's my man Carmine. What's up, my friend? Great to see you, my man. There's another man with tons of knowledge. Ro, yeah, that's Ro again. Ro, thank you so much. Happy Easter to you and yours as well. Boston Irish. It won't be long until I head to Castle Island for a hot dog. I'm telling you guys now, we have a place around here called Abe's Hot Dogs. There's two of them. Then you got to know the right one to go to. And I thought that they were like the fucking cat's meow. But right here, I never had a better dog than at Sullivan's. And they put it's not even on a hot dog bun. It's like a folded, bread, but the bread they use, and it's fantastic. You pull right in the Castle Island parking lot. You can't miss it. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Actually, wait. Oh, no, I thought I had something, right there, though. But they're fantastic. So if you're ever in South Boston, go to Castle Island and try them. Peaky Blinders hat. I got a bunch of them. I have pictures of me in high school. I used to rock these. I remember people used to come on here and be like, look at this guy's trying to look like Sammy the Bull. I was wearing these hats when Sammy the Bull was cooperating. So don't tell me that I was trying to look like Sammy the Bull. All right. I've been wearing these hats since I was, no, actually, what I just said was wrong because I've been wearing them since like 95, 96, and I was 89 or 90, but it is what it is. Eli, what's up? I made it. Yes, sir. Eli, what's going on? Eli, put up the name of the. I can't freaking remember. There's so many names. I'm sorry, my friend. I feel like a piece of shit. Fuck, I forgot the beeper. 911, right? I had the beeper in high school. Bro, you're fast. Congrats to the Loomis show on reaching over 6,000 subs. So very well deserved, my friend. Thank you, Ro. They have an Italian version of the same hat. No, there's some Italian makes some good fucking clothing, my friend. Great clothing. Absolutely. Boston Irish Mountain family is from Roxbury. Your lid don't get hot. I got a summer vented one. Yeah, well, when it gets warmer out, I won't be able to wear one though like this. I'll have to probably just rock the old. I don't know. I used to have long hair, but actually, I need a cut. But I look like it. I don't know. My hair is all messed up and stuff, and I have hat head and stuff though. But hey, for 44 years old, no hairline, no nothing. At least I got good. I'm good with the hair there, so I'm not complaining.
But yeah, no, Boston Scally has ones that are like an actual baseball cap material as opposed to ones that are more thick. Where the fuck is that Scally one at? Hold on, it's bothering me. Because I got the one there. Here it is. Boston Scally. I actually got the this one here is called the Southie from them, but it's Boston Scally Company. But you'll see what I mean. See, like this hat, right? I take it off. After wearing that hat, see, like this, it seems like it's real high up. I don't know, like, I don't know. I just don't. I kind of now look like I'm not knocking the company. It's just after wearing this hat, like the face I'm looking at in the screen right now, I want to punch it. That's just me. Not because maybe, well, and that's just me anyway. Whatever I hear myself, but like this, like when I do this, like I can kind of tolerate how I look. So, what are we talking about? Anyway, anything goes. Anything goes. I think we should go back to the beeper. Well, you know what the problem is, Ron, is that people don't know how to communicate to each other on the streets these days. When we were growing up, we actually had to meet people on the street and talk to them. So no one has like the social skills of meeting people because they're on the phone constantly. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like I'm sure you're on you scroll now too and shit. But I'm saying though, we grew up though in a time though, you are, and I'm not saying, because I'm not trying to give away your age, but you're older than me. I respect my elders, but you even grew up. The first thing that I ever saw was the bag phone, which I know that you know, but there's no more kids outside playing. The baseball field diamonds have grass growing over the fucking sand lots. There's no one outside like we used to so where I live, I'm in East End, then there's North End, then you have South Wilkes-Barre, then Heights, like every time when someone would meet from like East End or North End, they'd fight and then they become best friends. It like that's how you meet each other. Nowadays, it's all this cyber. It's just a different world. It's a different world, and I think that in time with this AI stuff, I don't know if this is political or whatever, but I don't think it's good. I don't because I'm a musician too, and now anyone could be an artist by hitting a button. But I mean, all those years of like trying to practice and stuff, it's like now someone could just hit a button. Okay, that's cool. And don't get me wrong, but with the AI stuff, like, what about the people who could really paint and draw incredible stuff? Like, I just hope that the artistry of the AI doesn't go away from the real artist and people's jobs. I mean, there's unions that are could be getting rid of people, and not even unions. There's already even McDonald's that that there's no employees in, that are just robotic. I mean, I just don't see how that helps how that's going to help the economy. If someone could tell me how it's going to help the economy, I'm all ears. I'm an open-minded individual. But the AI stuff, I don't know. I don't trust it. And I just think it's going to take away it's going to hurt economy better than help, and get rid of a lot of jobs. That maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong a lot before, so I'm not saying that I'm not wrong. Are you kidding me, dude? You're like 35 minutes away from me. I actually was kind of by you yesterday when I went out to Jersey. That's good. Oh, Carmine, email me up, man. You got my email? Hit me up, man. We should get together sometime. Grab a bite or something. I'd love to. I actually got the domain link too, folks, and the website will be up soon, but it's thelumashow.com. I got the .com. I paid for the link. Thank you for the guidance, Mr. Kevin Donaldson. But the lumashow.com website should be up, I would say, by where we at, mid-April now, that'll be up in May as well, where it'll direct you to everything though that's going on and stuff like that. But I got the domain for that, the lumashow.com. I was like, nice, no, because a lot of people are like, you'll never get the .com, and it was available. And I was like, nice, because I would have went with .org, .net or whatever, but I got the .com, so I'm big time now. I got the .com. But I'm just, I wasn't saying that to the .com. I went like this to I'm big time now, But you got to watch online, because other people would be like, oh, look, he thinks he's this. Follow the Suffering Podcast there. They're gentlemen. You guys will love it. I love his intros. They just fire me up. like, guys like Jocko Willink too, and all that type of stuff. I'm not saying Kevin's content's exactly like that. I'm just saying, no, it just gives me that same like fire, that stuff that fires me up. But they're just great gentlemen over there. I know you're a Dodgers fan, Lala. I know. We played like shit in that World Series last year. We really did. There's no excuse though. The Dodgers took us out. Sleeping Joe, how you doing, my friend? All right, I think I said hello to everyone. But did I miss anyone? Because then I just want to go into one other thing I want to mention. I guess I missed Bobby Bright, but I could have sworn I saw. I think I saw Pittston somewhere there, Donna. And if I did, I don't see it now. But if you're out there, I love you and I hope all is well. But I saw Joe Bufalino. I talked to Joe. But I could have sworn I saw, though, Pittston. But maybe I'm wrong. I get to everyone. Loomis, you should open another YouTube channel and do music, play piano. There's a way now to get struck for copyrights. Well, that's why, like, all the music that you hear now on this channel, that's me and AJ Bartoletti on guitar. It's all original. Like, for example, this is a song that we wrote though called "The Devil's Playground." I'm not going to play the whole thing, but like, this is us. So I could play my own original stuff and that's what we do. We write original music. I could play that. But like, I remember I put up like me doing the intro to Mr. Crowley and it was like, and I'm like, all right, wow, man, you can't even do covers or whatever. But that's what I do. And I don't know if you mean, wait, Loomis, you should open another YouTube channel and do music, play piano. There's a way. Well, I could just do that here too, but I'm starting another channel anyway because of the shadow ban, but there's a way not to get struck for copyrights. Yeah, if you don't monetize, I believe that's the way how you don't get struck for copyrights. But a lot of the piano stuff I do, like, I on Instagram, I could play anything. Like, I did the guy was like the 52-year anniversary to Godfather. So I put up a video of me playing the Godfather theme and stuff like that, which, they're pretty lenient over there. But on here, 2 notes, like, that might sound like something, they immediately, like, they hit you immediately, Carmine. But and then another thing though, what we offer, what me and my buddy AJ, there's other channels that reached out. So I shouldn't have put them down. So we have like a professional studio for music. And what people do is they go to that YouTube music. And what happens is, that's great. You're using someone else's music. But what happens a year or 2 down the line when your YouTube videos, when that band makes a different deal or signs something, you're going to get copyrighted. That's why if you come and reach out to us and you need music to any content creator out there, that could be your music that you want for your project. We'll make that for you. Obviously, there's a fee. But I'm saying, you never have to worry about copyright for the rest of your life on it because it'll be yours. And we'll explain how that works. But that's like when the website's up and everything, it'll explain all that too. But like Kevin Donaldson's episode, that's like, we did that music that night. I interviewed Kevin, boom, did the music immediately with my guitar player AJ in his studio. Got it all done, and then boom, had the episode out on Sunday. But if any other content creators out there want music, and just tell me what type of vibe of music you want. But I see, when I was a little kid, I used to hit mute on the television, and I would just play what I saw. Like that's my dream job, is to be faceless and to just do the music for movies or music for like television types, just film scores. And that's why we have the music studio and everything, and the stuff that I've been writing for the Bufalino stuff too. Like, I get to do it. Besides being executive producer on that, I also will be able to, get a film score credit out on there too, which I'm excited about. And then, Joe, we don't got to worry about paying some jagoff fucking $50,000 to do a score, because it just works out better in our favor. It keeps budget costs down. So that's what we're doing. What's up, Mickey? Great to see you. Thanks for being here.
the 80s were great, Ro. From what I remember, that's like when I was like, only like 8, 9, 7. I remember, I think I seen it. First concert I ever seen was Jackal and Aerosmith, meaning concert. And then there's a funny story. I was in a band called Original Sin, and Jackal wanted me to go on tour with them in Japan. But there's how loyal I am. I'm in my first band. It is a true story. Steve Flandry, who's going to be on the show with Mr. Goodbar, he'll even say, we are in the studio recording a song called Now You're Gone for our best friend, Dave Flandry. And the guy Dyer from Plymouth Rock Studios is like, hey, man, would you be interested in going on tour with Jackal? And I'm like, no, I'm not leaving my band. You know what I mean? And to this day, some people are like, dude, you should have went. You could have had opportunities, you this and that. But I don't know. I'm loyal to a fault. I do. I will say this. I have integrity. I have character. If I tell you that I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. That's just how I am. And I can't be bought. Like, that's just always, it was ingrained in me. Maybe that's not a good thing. That's why, like, even Roe with the donation thing, when I was like, why are you doing this? Nobody has to donate or whatever. But then other people are like, dude, why do you like, it's okay if people donate. I'm like, yeah, but they're giving me their fucking time, which is more valuable than anything. I'm just not like Mr. Flash money. Like I just, my principles and character and integrity trump any amount of money out there. So that's just how I am. Okay, so now I'm caught up. Follow the Suffering Pod. There he is. I should have kept it up longer. Follow the Suffering Podcast here. Oh, I hit the wrong one. I'm trying, Ro. Follow the Suffering Podcast. There it is, guys. Boom. Hit it right there. I'm trying. And people watch. It's not easy to do all this shit on your own and then try to hold the show down. But this is more of an open format. But Carmine, I want to get in touch with you since though we're close and everyone. Hello, Bobby Bright. Grazie, everyone in the coolest family. Guys, subscribe to Bobby's page. Ro put the link up. He's been doing lives. Sunday night, we're doing our addiction show, 7 p.m. Eastern. Sunday Night Live. Ronnie's in the chat too, Bobby. Yes, I'm very happy. There's no documentation from back then. Mickey, I seen Mickey, Ro, right? Oh, wait. Navigate. Yes, I'm very happy. There's no documentation from back then. And then Ruben, pre-social media was an amazing era. It really was, but I'll tell you the upsides of social media that I think are. It's kind of cool, though, like, people you went to school with, you grew up with, at least you could keep contact with instead of, like, like my father used to always tell me, like, people he went to school with, like, he won't see for years unless he bumps into them at the store and stuff like that. So it has its ups and it has its downs. But I'm just saying, though, as growing up as like, if I had kids, you bet your ass that they are going outside. And then if there's no other kid that's out there playing, then I'm going to have another one or adopt one or whatever. So he can go to fuck outside and play or something, because nobody's outside anymore. Like it's ridiculous. Like I had Atari and then Nintendo, but like that was for like when we got grounded or like when the street lights came on, like when we were real young. I'd hear Eric, Kevin. Everyone would run into the house, and boom. But my house though was like the nucleus. Everyone came here because we had the pool, the basketball court. So we used to have like 50 fucking people. Fucking the alley was always jamming. There was at least like a fight or two a day, which everyone would shake hands. Basketball. My family was a big basketball family because my brother was fantastic at basketball. And I explained that on Kevin's. I'll wait for that episode to come out on the Suffering Podcast. I explained my upbringing and all that type of stuff. But it's just a different world. And I just don't see the AI, though, aspect being good for economies. That's all. Okay, Loomis, you're not a grifter. Not a grifter, Ro. Absolutely not. I can't be bought and can't be sold. Put two of them together. I'm your man. Bobby. That's my man right there. That is my man right there. Sub to Bobby Bright right there, folks. He's been doing lives too. Solid family here in this chat too. We always get good people here, Bobby. Joe Bufalino was in the house too earlier. Maybe he's still out there. Joe, love you. We had a great show on the Suffering Podcast yesterday talking about,
the project and everything that's going to be coming to fruition. No, and again, when it comes to the Bufalino family, if you guys want the absolute truth, go on Instagram, type in the Bufalino family, or if you want to find out any truth, you could absolutely run it through me, and I will find out what you need to find out, because there's a lot of yous out there that are saying this and saying that, and it's just not true at all. So, I mean, at all. So you really got to, you could look up all the paperwork in the world, but you're still not going to find out certain truths. Hey, everyone. So, Carmine, thank you. Look at that. Here comes the donations. Like, bro, I never even got two ever in my life. Look where you started. Learning how to play Ziggy Stardust on guitar, David Bowie. Thanks for the donation, Carmine. And I got to get you my email. Actually, I have it right here. Carmine, do me a favor. Are you watching on a phone? Because I'm getting my personalized email, but which is going to be changed soon. But with that said, if you're using your phone, hit me up there, Carmine, screenshot that, or remember, an hour and 41 minutes, actually right at an hour and 42 minutes of this show. Remember that's my email right there. Email me up, my man. You're right by me. We should get together, get lunch at a time. It's hard for me though to get out because of my situation, but when I do and I can, I definitely want to. I mean, I could figure out a way to definitely meet up though and shoot the shit and have a good lunch or whatever. You're not far from me at all. Thanks, bro. Look at you. You're fast, bro. Fast. But we got to get that email, though, changed up. It's actually going to be the Loomis Show it's weird, though. So I got the domain, theloomishow.com, but they want my email to be like the Loomis Show at theloomishow.com email. And I don't know. That's like, why can't it be the Loomis Show at gmail.com? But it is, though. I'm freaked out that if I change, though, the Perluke Garrett thing to the Loomis Show, then all this is going to disappear. I'm just a weirdo like that. But whenever I email people, they see the Loomis Show logo and all that. I just, I could edit like, I'm a mean editor. I could get shit out quick. Even Kevin Donaldson was like, dude, man, the way you produced that show in 2 days. And thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. And, but when it comes to little tiny stuff like that, like I just don't want to screw up, because that email is what everything's all hooked up to. And I just figure like if I hit a wrong button, everything's going to go. Okay, yeah, because I thought you were. I knew you didn't live in Honesdale, but I'm saying, though, if you travel there frequently, then always let me know, maybe a couple days in advance. Like, hey, man, I'm going to be in Honesdale, and I can either meet you, or you can even come down this way, and I could show you some stuff from around here, in Pittston. And yesterday I was doing an Instagram live, and everyone's like, we were talking about just the Bufalinos and stuff. I'm like, oh, you want to see the cemetery where Santo Volpe? You want to see the difference in lives? So I took him on the tour of Santo Volpe's mausoleums, the size of like Sam Giancana's, and then you got Russ's. That's all the way in the back corner. That's next to everyone else in the mausoleum, and that's like poetic in a way, because that's the way like Russ lived his life, very quietly or whatever. And he's like the last one. I think it's number 49 in the bottom right row of the mausoleums. But right when you put Santo Volpe was the boss of that family before. No, Russ used to hang out there at Volpe Coal. We have pictures of all that and all that stuff. But if you look up Santo Volpe, the king of the night, I guess he liked to be seen, and he definitely ought to be seen in death. He's got like that Sam Giancana mausoleum, and then when Russell's is, it's very poetic in a way to show how they lived their life. So a lot of people don't know though about the Bufalino family, because it's very quiet. And the people that we have for this project, that's all I'm going to say. It's going to be good. If you want to look up the Scaliette brothers, if you want to look up, who was in charge of people out in Pittsburgh, if you want to, people that were at like our actual director relation with, the underboss of that family. So don't believe the books that are out there. That's all I'm going to tell you. Everyone tells everyone when they write a book to embellish so they could sell books. And I hate that, because I'm a history buff and all that. But we already did the thing on the Bufalino family, debunking the whole entire freaking Donald Trump coin toss BS bullshit. Like it was laughable. And even Sammy the Bull, who you would think would embellish, but even says you couldn't get near the guy. He had FBI agents, former FBI agents all around him. You couldn't get near Trump. You couldn't. And all these people, but then that author goes, as you know, Trump didn't let his lawyers doing business. He did his business like with a straight stone face because he wants money and he, you know, he's no integrity and he wants to lie about fucking history. Keep lying. Keep lying. We're coming. Anyway, I'm passionate about this project because we don't fabricate. When Joe's talking, you don't even see him stutter at all. It's just boom, 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 free flowing, no BS bullshit. So just stay tuned. I'm a passionate individual. Follow the show at theloomishow.com. Well, bro, so I own the domain. I already got the domain. I still have to, though, get the website made. So the domain I just took care of. But yes, in time, theloomishow.com will be it is a thing now, but I just have to design the website, which will be, you know, I got a million and one things going on, and but that I have to though get up though because and I have my own LLC for Loomis Show Productions LLC as well. So with that is what we want to use for the music aspect. If anyone needs music scores or whatever, where you won't get copyrighted or whatever, reach out to me. In the flood of 72, Russ did so much. My grandfather was the Kingston milkman from 1948 until the 70s when it went obsolete. Excuse me. Oh man, you're talking about Agnes. Yeah, exactly. Did a real odd. That's actually, yeah, there's a good story on that too, though, where he had to go. He went and stayed with Joe, and then Joe had to sleep in the basement. But you know, the basement, I know, Joe, if you're watching, the basement though was redone, but Russ went and stayed with Joe, his father, Angelo, and the family, and then he went over and stayed over Sheandra's house after. But that was in 1972. And yeah, not even that. That's a big one, but there's with one of the hosts though, that an NDA that I just put out with non-disclosure forms and also with Frankie and stuff, like it's like even though I'm executive producer, I gotta watch what I gotta say on that. But yes, you are absolutely right. And there's just, that's the tip of the iceberg for the good that they did around here. You know, like they did a lot of good, you know, and you don't get man of the year and all that type of stuff. You know, for whatever the fuck he got it for, you know, the way how he was helping kids, what they would do to help, like, you know, Russ and Carrie couldn't have kids, so like he'd donate to orphanages, what he would do with the Elks Club, you know, what he would do. He had a baseball field right behind his house. Kids would hit a home run. He'd come outside. He'd give them you know, throw him $5 for hitting a home run and this and that. Like he was just a nice dude. He's just a nice guy. He wasn't like that Tommy Duke two guns. Like I think Kevin said it best when he said I wish I had put it up, but the way how he explained how he was, like he did it right. And wasn't that bully type gangster, wasn't that taking advantage type. It's just the way how he was. That's what he knew. And the way how he did it, I think was the way how, if you're going to do that life, that's the way how you're supposed to do that life. It wasn't like some sicko, whatever, fucking, you know, that out there. But, I mean, he definitely knew though, a lot of those fucking guys though. But I mean, you know, there's, but those guys don't want to touch a fucking hair on that guy's head. And he died at age 94. What does that tell you about that life? About him? You lived, excuse me, he died at the age of 90 in 1994. You live that long in that life and out of prison. Not like the Irishman says, Russell went to the prison church and then he went to the prison cemetery. Not true. He was out, I believe, in 1988. It might have been early 89 or 88. He was out and then he died in 94. Surrounded though with loved ones until they had to move him over to Nesbitt Hospital. So And you know why The Irishman did that? So if you watch The Irishman, if you notice, right when a new character who was a gangster is introduced, it'll say Phil Testa, blown up by nail bomb, blah, blah, blah. Angelo Bruno, shot in front of his house in the front. You know what I'm saying? So I think since they were saying that about every gangster, Scorsese was trying to like let everyone know this isn't a glamorous life. This isn't okay. I understand that. I understand you doing that for that reason. But the main guy, the most powerful guy in that movie, who you're talking about, like, why not just say it? Russell Bufalino died surrounded by loved ones. You know what I mean? Like it. I just don't know why movies have to. I don't know why. It just, but it's not the truth. And it's clearly not the truth because I don't know how many times I showed you guys the where he's actually laid up at, and it's not in some prison cemetery. Funzy played Copper Negro, thinking he had a commission approval that denied it. LOL. Funzy T. I always say his last name wrong, but he was another. Oh wait, there you are. I gotta see what you wrote though beforehand. Oh wait, think Russ was in prison at the time. Genevieve's family got revenge for Bruno's death. Russ wasn't. Russ was like awaiting. So I believe Angelo Bruno died in 1981. Russ got out in 78 and then went back in 82. But it was like he was going though through the all trial proceedings, all that stuff, because I don't think that they would have made a move on Bruno if Russ was as active and not as wasn't away. And the last time he went away was just it if you really look into it, as you know, Chris, it was like, and they say it in the movie, what's that word called, entrapment, where Jimmy the Weasel Fradiano was just like told to go somewhere and say this. And I might have even said that, like, if they said something that someone said this, like, you got to watch what you say. Like, you ever use a figure of speech? Oh, I want to kill that person. I'm going to kill you if you do this. Like, I don't really mean that or whatever, but that's the way though, how they got him. Fradiano got him. And, which is, I don't know. That's entrapment, I think. But, you're very, very close though, Chris, but it was like right. He gets out in 78. He's out. And he didn't go back until 82. So whenever Bruno died, I could have sworn Bruno's hit was in 81, but I could be wrong on the dates. Loomis, did you eat a cheesesteak? No, I haven't been there though. Yeah, yesterday was Jersey, my friend. I'm definitely going to go down though on the weekend, or I'm going to go down. I'll go live, but I'll definitely try it out. John's roast pork is my favorite, but I absolutely, though, will try that out and score it as the way as I'll score it. And right. But when I do food reviews too, like even like when I used to do them like around here, I'm not like that guy. Like I'm not going to go to someone's establishment and say it's dog shit or it's this or that. But I lived in Philly for 2.5 years. I love John's roast pork. They were my favorite. I'm really interested though in trying though the cheesesteak and seeing how it is. So yesterday was New Jersey. I had a podcast. I had to do the Suffering podcast out in Jersey. So I wasn't in Philly yesterday. Loomis, love your show from Canada. I love my Canada people. So Bobby Bright, who comes on, he'll be on Sunday as well. Thank you, Lip. I'm terrible with names, buddy. Don't take it the wrong way. Thank you, Limp Diodota. Limpy Diotta. Thank you, Limpy Diotta. It took me a while to get Frank Federlini, but I got you, Limpy Diotta. I'm terrible with names. Don't take that as an insult. That's just me. I'm not making fun. I'm terrible with that. But thank you, my friend. And I love the Canada audience, and I love the people who come over from Crafty, that Crafty One's channel, the Criminal Underworld. That's a great channel. That Canada station, I love it. So Bruno was killed in 80. So it says Russ was in prison from 78 to 81. Now, I thought he got out, though, in 78, though, and then he went back in 82 to 88. I could be wrong. There's a million things though written down, but if normal Google says that, I wouldn't bank on that. But I'll text you it right after this because he was actually from the one paperwork. I could pull that up right now. We have so I can't read that out loud. Sorry. Someone who's on here, I don't want to read your private shit. Sometimes I just read stuff out loud when I'm by myself like this, so I forget that I'm on a live stream out here. Hold on. Yeah, but I thought it was 82 though when he went away. He was sentenced in 81 though, but no, he was out though. He got out he was out when Bruno was gone. So he had what do you call it? He got sentenced to 4 years, but didn't serve. He was in. I thought that he got out in 78. He did. He got out in 1978. Yeah, he absolutely did. He got out in 1978, and then he went back in either it was late 81 or 82, and then got out at 82 or early 89. I have to get the actual papers, but the first one was for some extortion note type thing that whatever. I got to look more deep into. It wasn't for around here because I know he didn't extort anyone around here. And the second one though was for, as we all know, the Jimmy Fradiano BS. But no, he got out in 78. I think you read it wrong, Chris. He was serving the sentence was a 3-year sentence that he was serving, and he got out in 78. Then he went back in 81 or 82. It might be 81 too, with dates and like, all right, the proper information will be up in the documentary. Look at the brainstem that you're talking to here. I can't remember all dates offhand right now, and I'm terrible with names and dates. Joey's is always packed. I'll go down there more towards the summer. Angelo Bruno prohibited H to be sold, but he was involved big time. Oh, yeah. I mean, without a doubt, he was involved big time with 100%. Bruno, you're talking about, yeah. From Frankie, who's a producer on our project, he brought a lot of light to me with Angelo Bruno. And then, Bruno has been around since when did he start being the boss? Was it 1958 for Philly? I want to say, but I don't think though that if what was going on though if that shit wasn't going on with Russ and being away and all that, I don't think that they would have took Bruno out. And also, don't forget though the person who took Bruno out though, he didn't have the Okige. Look what happened to him. He was killed, and they threw dollar bills up his ass and the whole nine. I'm just going by Wikipedia, which isn't always right. It says August 8th, 78, he was sentenced to 4 years and did 3 years, got out in May in 81 and went back to no. Yeah, I don't think that's right. I have to relook though on that. I thought that he got out in 78 from the sentence and then went back in 81. But again, I could be wrong too. I have to look at the paperwork. And I think, did I get everyone? Okay, got it. Once you make your email, for sure, you text it to me and I'll update the links. Yeah, Rowan, even if you could even text me how I could even just change my normal, keep it the same email, but change the name of it. If that's possible, that would be great, but, I'll figure it out. I'm too worried that if I hit something with it, it's going to fuck everything up and all that stuff. What I do is I just try to do the show. I do editing. I do music. But when it comes to that little stuff and design, I'll try to design my own website. I don't know, but I'll probably just pay someone to do it. But the domain name, thelumashow.com is absolutely, I'm a .comer now, guys. Chris, don't forget about Saturday either, buddy. I think we said Saturday. Bruno had a hell of a run, yeah. I mean, Boston's 58, and then there's paperwork on him yesterday, too, that I was reading about from 64, that there is an informant, though, that's I can't talk about that either because it's tied into this project. Fuck, I can't. I gotta watch what I talk about when it comes to that stuff. But like the question that Chris asked, like, you know, when someone's away in prison year-wise, that stuff you could talk about. But because there's something leading up to what I was about to just say about a piece of paperwork we found on Angelo Bruno from 1964 that Frankie got up yesterday. Computer illiterate, you'd have a better shot at Ruby helping you change that email address. Thanks, Ro. Oh, you're still good? All right, beautiful. Well, listen, folks. I basically said, I think everything that I had to say on the direction of where the show is going. And I want to thank the Suffering Podcast again, Mr. Kevin Donaldson, for having me on yesterday. We had a blast. Truly, Kevin, thank you, my friend. That episode will be out in, I believe, mid-May or end of May. And I'm really, really interested to see how that. I mean, I probably won't watch it though, but I hope you guys, because I'm weird with my own voice and shit like that. But I hope it's all right. I hope Joe Bufalino, Donna, Christina, I hope you enjoyed how I did it. And don't forget to check out that in the video section. Joe Bufalino's part 1 interview, and then we have a little bit a trailer of, it's not the documentary trailer, it's just a trailer of what we've been doing, like, you know, with the interview for this show, not the documentary, so don't get that confused. That's up in the videos. There's Kevin Donaldson's episode, post-traumatic success, check him out. Larry Rolla's 2 episodes, because there's so many mobsters involved. I'll probably break it up into 2 parts, because that was like 2 hours. Also, too, if anyone, I know Bobby is, if members only, though, it's not the stupid perk shouting out or whatever. If anyone ever does, though, become a member, then that's like, you know, you want content done for specifically you, then it gets done. And you're also welcome on the show anytime. Actually, anyone who's subscribed is welcome on the show anytime. So you don't really have to worry about being a member. But see, man, I'm not on here for money. I'm not. But speaking of that, I thank you, Ro, for the donation. And thank you, Carmine, as well for the donation. But the perks are nice, though. I'm not. Yeah, if you join the Loomis show, like you could be a goddamn co-host. You know, it's not just I read those perks. You got to shout them out and this and that. But I shout everyone out. But with that said, and Saturday with Sergeant Retired Police Sergeant Mike Segru, author of Relentless Courage. This was intense, and his book is also intense, the audio version, and we had a great interview the other day, and that'll be out on Saturday as well. And then the Larry Rollas will be dropping on Sundays, and then me and Bobby Bright are doing our addiction episode Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern live. And with that, I want to thank Kevin Donaldson again from the Suffering Podcast. I want to thank Joe Bufalino and his family for everything you guys are doing and letting me, you know, steer this ship into the direction that we're going to steer it. Like we always say, bring it on. And I will never stop fighting the good fight, my man. I ignore all the noise. And there's people that'll always, someone came on here. Could you imagine this, Chris? You'll find this funny. Someone came on here in the chat and he's like, I'm going to make it my life's mission to get the Bufalinos to stop talking to you. Like, could you imagine if that was like your life's mission? Like you got, I hope this person's watching that too. Go get some help. Go get some help, pal. Because that's why we're steering the ship into the addiction recovery music world as well, because this genre is just something else at times. It's just something else. But follow Frankie right there. From Mob Kings and Infamous Rats. Sub to Bobby Bright right there. Bobby's been doing lives. Sub to my gal Lala right there. Subscribe up to her. You're going to be seeing her on the show here as co-hosting with on topics with music, movie type talk, stuff like that. It's going to be a great time. And she's awesome. Guarantee you'll all love her. She's incredible. Definitely the coolest, probably. Yeah, like, you know, like conversation, like Ro, she's like you. She's like just down to, like, you know what I mean? User very few and far in between out there, at least in my experience. But and Ruby, you know, it's but she knows her shit too. So you know, it's gonna be a good one. And we will I will let you know how all of that is going to play out once everything gets all scheduled and everything, once we figure it all out. But there's a lot of new stuff that's coming, that's going to be coming to this channel. All right. Not in the mob tube genre. I'll bitch at whoever. I'll still talk shit on if I want to say something about someone that I disagree with. I don't hide from what I say, you know, but at the same time, the Loomis Show is a show that's about music trivia, music history, movie talk, addiction recovery, true crime, and it's pretty much like an anything goes type fucking gig. I don't know, just anything goes. If I see something that's interesting and or whatever, then anything goes. How about that? All right, everyone, listen, thank you so much for being here. Follow me over on Instagram. Just type in Loomis Show. There's new clips and lives over there every day. Follow the Bufalino family over on Instagram. That's the family channels page that they and I run, that you'll see all different stuff. If you're interested on the Bufalinos, that's over on Instagram, the Bufalino family. And not the Loomis Show, just Loomis Show on Instagram, where I'm on every day. I'm on there. I'm on that more than I'm on here. I don't believe I have the link up in the this description because I couldn't do it from StreamYard. Well, actually, I could have, but I'm an idiot. But just if you're on Instagram, just type in Loomis Show, you'll find me, or type in the Bufalino family. You'll find it. You'll see. You won't miss it. Thanks, Roro. You're ace. Yeah, she is. She's the best, Lala. Sasquatch, absolutely. Talking a lot about him. Later, Darren. Bobby, be ready for Saturday. Sweet dreams. Subscribe to Bobby and subscribe to Lala and Frankie and everyone. Guys, ladies, everyone out there, I appreciate you so much. My man, Boston Irish. Fuck your Red Sox, but you're a good man. You're a gentleman. And I'm wearing a Boston Sullivan's. Best hot dogs around in South Boston. But again, guys, thank you very much. Subscribe to the Loomis Show. Chris, see you Saturday for Alto Nights. And Chris, I want to throw you a shout out real quick, if I could, the Penn State guy, for sending me the video that I did not even see and did not even know about. And I want to thank you for sending that to me because, yeah, just unsavory. So thank you, Chris Gorky. I appreciate you for doing that very much, more than you even know. Everyone, have a beautiful night. Please hit that like button on your way out and leave a normal comment in the normal comment section. Get it moving, support the channel, do whatever you want, live your lives. Who am I to tell you what to do? Thank you for the time. I love you. Good night.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
Like you said, this is not your job. You work it like a full-time job, but this is not a business for you. What are some of the things you want to make sure everybody going away from your podcast hears?
I just want the basic message that I just want them to know that it's okay to ask for help. Like in the addiction world, people think it's embarrassing to go to rehab or go somewhere like, you know, to go away. But what's really more embarrassing is being out there and still peddling and doing stuff that you need for your habit. So just know that it's okay to ask for help. I mean, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. I mean, if people know my background and they see the turnaround that happened, I mean, anyone can do it.
There you are.
And that's just positivity is what I'm spreading.
Now, Eric, where can people go to get more information about the Loomis Show?
People could type in the Loomis Show on YouTube. That will direct you every time to when I do a podcast.
Eric, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
You heard it here. That's the Loomis Show. There's always help if you are looking for it. With that, we're going to send it over to Miss Brittany.
Thanks.